In my lifetime, we have seen global wildlife populations decline by over half. Africa's rapidly growing human population is predicted to more than double by 2050.
In my lifetime, we have seen global wildlife populations decline by over half. Africa's rapidly growing human population is predicted to more than double by 2050. A staggering increase of 3.5 million people per month. There is no question that this increase puts wildlife and habitats under enormous pressure. We're going to have to work much harder and think much deeper if we are to ensure that human beings and the other species of animal with which we share this planet can continue to coexist. When we look back, we have a mixed track record in this regard, but I'm always optimistic when I observe how young people in particular, all over the world, are motivated to reverse the trends of the past.
What does that look like was the last part of my question, which is a world where energy costs are, say, let's 100 times cheaper than they are today, and we have 100 times more energy production capacity. What changes about civilization? What do we do differently, and what do we see change most kind of dramatically?
Well, currently we're not, because of just generally low birth rates almost worldwide, civilization is not headed to have a population that is an order of magnitude greater than where we're currently. We're currently headed towards a population decline. And this is almost everywhere in the world. So, it basically seems as though as soon as you have like urbanization and education beyond a certain level and income beyond a certain level, birth rates plummet. And so as countries get wealthier, their birth rates plummet. It's somewhat counterintuitive because people will say like, well, it's too expensive to have a baby. Nope, the wealthier you are, the fewer kids you have. The more educated you are, the fewer kids you have. So it's the inverse. So I'm not sure who would use all that energy unless there's a significant change in the birth rate. Or we have a very robot-oriented economy. So that's also possible. So if we've got a lot of, four-wheeled robots in the form of cars and androids, so humanoid robots, then you could certainly see that there'd be perhaps a need for an order of magnitude more energy. But it's not coming from the humans unless something major changes on the human birth rate level. This, by the way, is I think the biggest single threat to civilization right now is the.
Yeah. Why do you think societally people just make those decisions when they become more affluent? Is it that they just become more selfish, or there's more things for them to do and they have more money to spend on themselves, and they say, you know what, I don't want to have a large family. I want to, go to Coachella.
Yeah. Well. There is this like weird like mind virusy thing where some people think like having fewer kids is like better for the environment.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is total nonsense.
Nonsense.
The environment is going to be fine. They're going to be fine even if we doubled the size of the humans. And I know a lot about environmental stuff. So we can't have civilization just dwindle into nothing. And Japan's leading indicator here, like Japan's population declined by 600,000 people last year. They had the lowest birth rate in history. It's pretty bad. So I don't know. And I think so. This one element of it is a lot of people just think that having kids is somehow bad for the environment. I want to be clear, it's not. It's essential for maintaining civilization, that we at least maintain our numbers. We don't necessarily need to grow dramatically, but at least let's not gradually dwindle away until civilization ends with us all in adult diapers and in a whimper. Like, we don't want civilization to end in adult diapers with a whimper. That would
Kind of suck, yeah.
Bleak and sad.
Well, I mean, and you and I have had this conversation. I mean, in Japan, I had two people tell me when I was there, like, I think it's immoral to bring humans into the world. I mean, people have gotten very sad about the future. It's kind of crazy. The world's great. Life's awesome.
Yes. No, there's literally, I've heard many times, how can I bring a child into this terrible world? I'm like, have you read history? Because let me tell you, it was way worse back then. Okay?
Yeah. Now's a good time. Now's a good time to be born. Hey, listen, I